What's going on, guys? Charge It Up here with the R6. For today's video, 10 things I love about my R6. So for those who have not watched any sort of videos from my channel, and this might be your first one, I currently have the 2020 Yamaha R6. Now, as you may also know, from 2017, Yamaha decided to refresh the R6. I still love the older style R6 and the way it looks. I still think it's probably one of the best bikes out there, look-wise and performance-wise. But man, I have to say, as soon as I saw it in 2017, when the R6 dropped, I was like, wow, that looks freaking awesome. I didn't purchase one immediately because I did have an 05 Gixxer that I was putting around with. So I didn't initially want to go buy the R6 until I sold Gixxer. Now that being said, because of what I used to do, I sort of knew that the R6 was being discontinued way back in 2018, I think it was 2018, 2019 that I knew it was being discontinued. So that's when my mind was finally made up, you know what, I'm gonna get the last year R6 when it's available, because I mean, it's my all-time favorite bike. Now that leads me into the first reason why I love the R6 is the refresh style and the way it looks. I just love the way it all comes together, the curves, the tail, the flares. I love the flares, even though it sucks in the rain. I still love the way the flares look. The way they did the front end looks awesome with the eyelids or the daytime running lights, you know, the eyelids, and like, it just looks sick. It just looks awesome. Super happy with that. I definitely love this style, but I do still love the older style, as I mentioned previously. The second reason why I love the R6, and I just mentioned it, is the eyelids. I don't know what it is, but it just makes the bike look more aggressive, especially because they're on at all times and they're your daytime running lights. They come on as soon as you turn the key on. Like, I don't know, I just love the way they look. I'm pretty sure it's that. I think it just makes the bike look overall more aggressive with those eyelids being on and being there. I personally love those. I don't know what you guys, let me know in the comments down below. Now the third reason is just the way the R6 feels and rides on the road. I personally just love the way the R6 feels. Yes, it is a bit more aggressive than some of the other sport bike styles out there, and I think it might be one of the most aggressive ones when it comes to the, you know, handlebars and the foot pegs. If I'm not wrong, I think it's the most aggressive. But I just love the overall feel of the R6 and how it rides on the road. It just fits the road. As an R6, as a 600 series, I love it. I love this thing. The number 4 reason I love the R6 is just the amount of power that comes out of this engine. Now, in my opinion, there's just more than enough power to be riding around in the streets, much more than you actually need, and that you can use, to be completely honest with you, because if you are going high revs to 14, 16,000, you're already over the speed limit, and yeah, I mean, if you get pulled over, yeah, you're probably getting a massive ticket. I'm just saying, like, it's just so nice to have that power, but I think it's still for city riding or anything like that, I think it's still a little too much because you never get to use it. But not only the power, but how nimble it is as well. Number 5 on my list are the ride modes. Now, does everybody use these ride modes? Most likely not. I can almost guarantee you that a lot of people just stick with A or B depending on how it was set up when they got it, and they haven't really played around with it much. So for ride modes, you have 3. You have standard, you have A, and you have B. I usually like to keep it on standard or A depending on what you're doing. And for B can actually be used when it's raining. Not only are there 3 ride modes you can play around with and use in different situations, but you also have the traction control that you can set from 6 different modes. Number 6 on the list, guys, is the fairings. The fairings, I love the way they look. I love the way the fairings look. Not only that, but it is super easy to remove for whatever reason you need to or anything like that. Like, they're just super easy to remove. I've done a video on them as well. Hope you guys have seen that. If not, it's going to be in the top right hand corner. But they are super easy to remove, and I just love the way they look. It comes in 3 pieces. When you really break it down, it comes in 3 pieces. I just love the way the fairings look. Number 7 on my list, guys, is just how much customization you can actually do for the R6. Now, yes, you can do a bunch of customizations for a number of different bikes. Aftermarket companies do make them for a lot of different ones. However, I feel like there are just so many different options and ideas and just different products out there specifically for this R6 and the older generation R6, that there's just so much options to do the bike the way you want to and just make it look original. Reason number 8 why I love the R6. This is one of the biggest reasons I think. The R6 is actually made for someone with my height and weight. There's really barely any need to touch the compression or dampening settings, if any sort of settings would need to be changed, because it is made for somebody with my height and my weight. So I personally feel that when I get on the bike, the settings are just at where they need to be. I have previously played around with the settings, but I find myself going back to the stock settings and just leaving them as is. Oh, look at this guy over here. Scrolling for food. God, I love hawks. Hawks are awesome. Hawks and falcons, and yeah, obviously eagles, but yeah, those are cool. Number 9 on my list, guys, is just the overall sound the bike makes. Don't get me wrong, I understand I've got a Hindle on it, and that is probably a massive reason why I do love the way it sounds. However, even with the stock mufflers, I still love the way the bike sounds on acceleration and deceleration. I just love the way the bike sounds overall. So yes, I do love the way the bike sounds, even with an OEM muffler on it. However, as I mentioned previously, the Hindle just magnifies that by like 100%. 100%, even maybe 1,000%, but it definitely magnifies it and just brings in that bass tone that I love about the Hindle and the way the R6 sounds. And number 10 on my list, guys, would have to be the colors. It was just an awesome color selection with the Yamaha Racing Blue, but not only that, but the rims, the matching Yamaha Racing Blue rims that came with the bike as well. So you didn't have just like generic black color or anything like that, but the matching blue rims was just awesome with that as well. But seriously though, the Yamaha Racing Blue is just such a beautiful color. I love that blue color. In my case, blue is probably my favorite color anyway. So the Yamaha Racing Blue just speaks to me. It just speaks to me, and I love the way it looks. It obviously comes in the all black. I believe it's the matte black and gloss black color as well. And at some point, I believe it did come in like a matte metallic gray. I think it was gray. I think it was that gray color that it came in too, so that was also a nice color. I think the color options that you had for the R6 were just which is a good collection of colors. Alright guys, so those are my 10 things that I love about the R6. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you love the most. Tell me the thing that you love the absolute most about your R6, or let's turn it around the other way. Tell me the thing that you hate the most. The hate that you hate the most about the R6 as well. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, smash that like button, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.